So tomorrow is GarageCon, and I'm recording this video right now because a box showed up from CGC, and I'm planning to make these books available at GarageCon, so I wanted to record the video tonight. And I will tell you that there is some cool stuff in this box. I'm talking about some low census count stuff, so I'm very excited about that. Stay tuned until the end of this video because I may add to the end of it some photos that are going to be taken at GarageCon tomorrow. But with that said, let's go ahead and dig in the box and see what was sent back to me. And yeah, like I said, there is some good stuff in there, and we are starting off with this one right here. This is Wolverine issue number 75, came back a 9.8 with white pages. Now, I will tell you, I thought that this was one of the hologram errors. I thought this was an error comic. It is not, but it is a high grade, so I'm very thankful for that. I wasn't sure whether this book was going to be a 9.6 or a 9.8, so I rolled the dice and actually sent it in as a 9.6 pre-screen, and thankfully it came back a 9.8, but it is not the error version, so I'm a little disappointed with that. But it's a 9.8. The FMV for that book is $70, but the most recent sale, according to Go Collect, is a little bit higher than that. And I'm gonna try to run down those numbers for you guys as we go through this video. This next one is definitely a cool book. This again is one that goes right back to my childhood. It is Spider-Man #1. And as you all know, there are several different versions of this out there. I sent in the silver before, and now we have the green, and I think I have some golds at CGC as well. Came back a 9.8, really nice copy of this book. I have a ton of these in the 100K collection, and I picked out the best of the best, sent them in, and again, came back at a 9.8. FMV for that one is $95, but the most recent sales are actually lower than that. Next, this is a little bit of disappointment. Same book, 9.6. Came back at a 9.6. Not great. I mean, it is what it is. The good thing is that this one still has some value, right? 9.6, $80 is the FMV, and the most recent sales are a little bit lower than that. Well, there you go. Another 9.8. A lot of people have asked me that question as to whether you can send in multiple copies of the book and whether you are able to get 9.8s. I proved that in the last video, and also in this video we have two nice copies of Spider-Man issue #1 that have both come back a 9.8. One not so much. Well, there you go. There's another right there. Another 9.8. This is the regular cover again. Really cool book. I will, like I said, I'm going to be making these available at GarageCon, potentially on my website if I don't sell all of them at GarageCon. But at least one of those is going to be staying in the collection because you can't have too much Spider-Man. This one is very cool. This is one of the books I was alluding to that is a low census count. I do believe that there are only 27 of these on the census. This is Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Came back a 9.8 with white pages from 1988. This is a cool wraparound cover. This one right now is going for $375. That is the FMV, and the most recent sale for this book, $350. So a little bit lower than FMV. But again, really, really nice. Again, cherry picked these books right out of the 100K collection. Super low census count on that one. This is a book that I have had set to the side for a very long time. When I pulled it out of the collection, I was like, this is a really nice copy of this book. Had it set aside, debated selling it raw, but decided to go ahead and send it in. Deadpool issue #1. The Merc with the Mouth came back a 9.8 with white pages. This one has an FMV of $190. Most recent sales are lower than that. But I love Ed McGuinness. I dig him as an artist, and I do believe that he did the cover on that one. Here's another Wolverine 75 right there. Another book that did not come back as an error. I stared at these holograms and I could have swore that this thing was the error version. I did it with, I think I have a total like 5 copies in the collection, and I went through each one and I thought that these were the errors. Doesn't appear to be so. Oh, a Larry Hama story. I didn't know Larry Hama wrote this. That's cool. There you go, little G.I. Joe connection right there. Just finished reading G.I. Joe issue number 301, which is the restart of the G.I. Joe series. I kind of expected this one. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 came back at 9.6. The other was Tales 4. This is 1. Again, another wraparound cover. This one came back a 9.6 with white pages. Again, multiple copies of this in the collection. And I see the spine tick, at least one of the spine ticks, as to why this book received a 9.6. So again, rightly so. I think I did the pre-screen 9, 6, and above. And so if you roll the dice, you're going to get a couple that will, not necessarily be that 9.8 that you're looking for. That's cool. All right. There you go. Another copy. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 4 wraparound cover. Again, I talked about this one a little bit earlier. This one has low census count. I guess I now own 2 of the 27 that are on the census at a 9.8. Again, most recent price for this one, $350. I believe that is it. I still have one order out at CGC. I think I have some more Spider-Man in there. Oh, I also have some Super Mario Brothers. I sent in those Super Mario Brothers that I found in the 100K collection. Fingers crossed that those are back in the next 2 weeks or so, and I'll definitely do an unboxing of that. But as I mentioned, stay tuned, because I am going to try to show you all some photos from GarageCon. This is, I think, our 5th or 6th GarageCon. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the photos. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art, or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master, the one that's more than a rapper, the one that's an educator, the one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts, he's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan, straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations, synergy and combination.